The Oakland Raiders passing game has not quite been what everyone expected this season, but you cannot fall asleep on the talent that they bring to the table, starting right at quarterback with Derek Carr. He's a strong-arm kid who can make every throw, and he's had success in this league. Now, this is an offense that this year has tried to be a little more vertical in the passing game, and they can be particularly effective against zone coverage. Cover 3, for instance, which is a coverage that's foundational for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Raiders have shown concepts that attack that really well. One way to attack cover 3 is with 4 verticals. So what the Raiders do here is they line up in a 2-by-2 set, 2 receivers to each side. Now, when you run 4 verticals, particularly those 2 inside verticals, remember there's only 1 deep safety. He can't play both verticals. It's 2 against 1 on the inside with those seam routes. This is not as easy a throw as it looks. We know Derek Carr can make every throw. He certainly can get the ball down the field. And if you're the Eagles, you cannot give up these plays, but the Raiders are capable of making them.
All right, over the last couple of weeks, Ike Reese, the Eagles defense, they've given up some big plays, but it's not big plays down the field. Quick game. Eli Manning got the ball out quick. What is happening on some of these plays where players are able to get down the field?
Well, it's understanding the defense, your responsibility in the defense, and most importantly, doing your job individually. You can't do someone else's job in the game. Each one of these guys have an assignment. Let's take a look at this play here. You got a big 3rd down, 3rd and long. Eagles are going to be in cover 2, right? We got cover 2, 2 safeties deep. You're going to get these 5 guys that are primary underneath defenders. But when you get a 3-by-1 set, which you see here with the Giants, you get the 3-by-1 set. Malcolm, who is the hook defender, has to be responsible for number 3. So his job here is to carry number 3 up the field because these guys, this is his job over here, that half and this half. So it leaves the middle of the field open, which is why that's Malcolm's job. Malcolm gets a little nosy underneath on this guy, which allows for tight end Evan Ingram to sit down here in the middle, and that's easy pickings for Eli Manning to throw that ball there. So I think it's a great defensive play call. They would have had it covered if you carry number 3, but when you don't do your job, it leaves the other guys vulnerable and open to being exposed. And with a guy like Eli, he's definitely going to take advantage of that.
That's a good breakdown. Now, Eli had his 2 best games this year against the Eagles, 366 in the first game, over 430 yards in the second. What is it about Eli and maybe the Giants' offense? Does he get the ball out so quick? What is it that gives the Eagles' defense problems?
I don't think necessarily Eli is doing anything special. You know, when you think about the 2 games, these were short throws at times that turned into big games. So when I look at what the Eagles' defense does wrong in those circumstances, you got to tackle in the open field. You can't miss tackles. You got to keep leverage, and that way you don't allow a 5-yard, 10-yard catch to turn into a 60, 70-yard gain. Do your job and trust that the other guys are going to do their job, and you won't give up big plays.